I don't have any other final thoughts. I think that's me and my in-depth chat about what the fuck am I playing? What's it called? What's it called? CyClones.
You didn't think she'd stop at Doom, did you? Welcome back to another Croina vs FPS, where I force Croina to battle her way through DOS gaming history. Today's title brings an innovation to the table: Mouse Look. Raven Software's CyClones is a title that sits neatly between their efforts with Origin and their later id Tech 1 games. It didn't set the world on fire, but will it stir something within Croina's soul? Let's find out.
Today I'm playing CyClones, which is another DOS game that James has got for me to play. I know it's been a while. I had sort of been pre-warned about the controls for this game, rightly so. I didn't even try the game before I sorted out the controls. Whenever I looked at it, it was just totally mad. I tried my best to reconfigure it so I could at least play it. Whenever I actually started to play the game, oh my god, so annoying. It's obviously been a while since I've played one of these games. Maybe that was a factor in the difficulty of me trying to control this thing. So I had changed the keys so that it was actually the arrow keys sort of moved you in certain directions. Then obviously the mouse, you can turn around and view everywhere with the mouse, and then you shoot with the left and then pick stuff up with the right. But for some reason, I'm not sure if it was the target, the little target in the middle of the screen, the colour of it or something, I just kept getting confused. So you're kind of busy turning around and you're trying to shoot these monsters that are coming at you, but your target isn't in the middle of the screen, if that makes sense. Your target's away over to the left or to the right, which I was having a bit of difficulty with. But what I will say is the good thing about the target option is that whenever you have actually targeted the monster or whatever it is you're going to pick up, the colour of it changes. So I think it goes from blue to orange whenever you're sort of locked on the target. That was a really good thing about that. I found it slightly annoying to kind of navigate around the level. It took me a few goes actually. I kept dying because initially I wasn't sure how to pick the things up until I watched the tutorial. As I said before, it's been a while since I played one of these games, but what I did notice in sort of the opening credits, I never watch these things in their entirety because they just annoy me. Like the quality of that little video bit was really kind of cool. I don't recall seeing something like that before. I mean, it didn't make me want to watch the whole thing, but I did appreciate that it was, you know, better quality. But the music, oh my god. Like the music was good quality, but the repetitiveness of it, even through the tutorial, and obviously I kept dying, so I kept having to go back to the start, and that music was really, really getting on my nerves. Maybe it changes later on in the levels, but I just couldn't play it on anymore. It was one of the reasons why I just didn't continue. I only really came across, I think it was 3 different types of monsters. There was one that was kind of similar to, it's been a while since I played Doom, the pink monsters. There was something that was kind of a similar shape and size in the game. And then there was, I think it was these men in like a blue suit with laser guns, I'm not sure. And then there was like a weird kind of floating robot thing that I shot. But as I mentioned before, you know, actually shooting them, it was handy having the target change colour when you were actually within range or you were locked on. So that kind of helped me to kill them. What I kind of realised quickly was that you need to be quite close. So even though the targets change colour, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to kill them, you just have to be a bit closer. But I did appreciate that, just that little quirk of the targeting. I don't think that's in Doom, and I don't recall seeing that anywhere else. This game actually had a tutorial, which, if I've been reliably informed, is one of the first to use a tutorial. So the tutorial was actually pretty handy because then I realised how to pick things up, which I think in one of the games before, was it the one with the airplane on the beach? And I couldn't work out how to pick things up. So the tutorial was really good. You know, obviously I'm assuming the games that I've played before probably had just a book that came with whatever format these games come in. Whereas this one's actually something you can look at and you can actually try in the game to get used to how to doing it. So that was actually quite a nifty little feature, especially for somebody like me who just doesn't have any patience. Yeah, that was good. I liked it. The graphics of the game, I don't want to kind of compare it to Terminator because that was really grim. That definitely wasn't as bad as Terminator. It was quite dark. I did notice there was some similarities between the textures of this game and the like wall textures in Doom. I did notice that, and it was like a similar color palette as well. I kind of wish it was a bit brighter, but I mean, clearly it's set at night, so what are you going to do about that? There wasn't really anything that kind of really stood out to me, you know, just nothing really that memorable, I don't think. The only thing about the graphics that was in any way memorable was that little video thing in the opening titles. Okay, so James has told me that this game actually came out after Doom, which has come as a bit of a surprise to me, I guess. Yeah, that was definitely bad timing. Because this game, in my opinion, doesn't really compare to Doom at all. I mean, there's maybe little glimpses of I don't know, something good in there, but I mean, I love Doom, and this game I found it very annoying between the trying to navigate your way around the course and the music. To me, Doom's far more fluent in the way that you control it and the way you navigate your way around it. To me, there isn't really any comparison. If I wasn't told that, I would have thought this game came out before Doom. So Raven Software went on to make things like Heretic and Call of Duty. That surprises me, but I guess everybody has to start somewhere. I really don't have anything to say about that. That really did surprise me. So I guess some of the things that I did like about the game, as I've mentioned before, was the tutorial and that targeting thing, which probably would help me with targeting in other games, I'm not sure, maybe. You know, like kind of a muscle memory thing. Maybe I've just totally made that up, I don't know. It's good for impatient people like me. And the targeting system, I definitely did not enjoy that music at all. They really need to kind of change that up a bit. The color scheme, I kept getting the targeter. I kept not being able to see it for whatever reason, especially when I was shooting at the bigger monsters outside, I guess. I'm not sure why, I just kept losing the target. The music was probably the most annoying part of it. And it definitely made me not want to play again. Any final thoughts? I still cannot believe that they made Call of Duty. Not that I've played Call of Duty, but I've seen Call of Duty and I've seen people playing it.
So there you have it, folks. CyClones, with all its mouse glory, just didn't click with Croina. Will the next title fare better? Find out next time.